Good evening.
Mm,
Good evening, Bob. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm okay. Little bit
Ah,
sad, but okay.
that's right. That's
Mm,
right.
mm.
That's right. Good evening to all our audience. Good afternoon, or even good morning, from wherever that you're watching us from. Welcome to another quick segment that we have for you on our hottest questions of the week. But before we go into that, as Barbara has rightfully said, we come before your screens actually with a bit of heavy and saddened news. And we really want to offer our sincere condolences to our community members here here in Adelaide from Zimbabwe, both Adelaide and Perth, respectively. Unfortunately for myself, it is news that I've just received, but I understand Barbara has a bit more information on this. I don't know, Barbara, if you want to share, as we pass our sincere condolences of the
Mm.
families in Adelaide.
Yeah, we lost a son in Adelaide, the Zimbabwean community, and also another son in Perth, Zimbabwean community. So if we could just remember these parents and family and friends with prayers just to comfort them.
Mm, 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 mm.
Mm.
It's very sad, ladies and gentlemen. I believe for the family in Adelaide, it was a young man who unfortunately committed suicide. And same goes to the very, very small boy who was 11 years old in Perth. Again, very saddened by that. He took his own life. So we don't share this news very lightly. We are very, very, brokenhearted, and we really are praying with the families, and we just trust that God will give them comfort through this very, 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 very difficult time. But yes, our prayers, they are with you. They are definitely with you. Okay. I don't know whether we should take some time to just observe just 1 minute of silence, you know. Audience, please just kindly join us just for just 1 minute. We're just going to observe just 1 minute of silence, and yeah, we can pray for their families in our hearts. 1 minute. Thank you. Amen. Amen. Anyway, with that, we are just going to introduce ourselves before we go into the show. My name is Rujeko. Originally, I come from Zimbabwe. I am a mom of two, a registered nurse, and I am a very proud digital business owner. Barbara?
Thank you, Rijeko. It's nice to be on the forum after some time not managing to tie our ends meeting. My name is Barbara. I'm a mother of three, a registered nurse by profession, a passionate digital business owner, and a mentor. I originally come from Zimbabwe as well, but I live here in Adelaide, Australia for the past 25 years. Thank
Wow.
you.
Wow, 25 years is a long time. It's 2 decades, two and a half
Yeah.
decades. Wow, that's
Mm,
amazing.
mm,
That's amazing. Okay,
mm.
so we shan't take much of your time this evening. We're just going to delve into two questions, two hottest questions of the week. We may have spoken to some of you guys in the background, and these are the two common questions that we actually found common. Maybe I will start with yours, Barbara.
Okay. It says some people have full-time jobs. Why do they still need to have an extra income? To
Mm,
have another income stream?
mm,
Yes, having a job is good. I also have one. But one job alone may pay bills, it may not build freedom. It can pay a mortgage, it can pay school fees, but a job may keep you alive. Do you want just to be alive like a survivor? No, you need that extra income because it will help you to actually live. And by that I mean you reduce your debt, your mortgage. You will be helping your children with homework and everything because you will be home. You will become a supportive parent. You will travel and prepare for retirement if you are like my age, where you need to be financially independent and retire early. You just don't wait for an emergency to say, okay, now I've been laid off or life happens. Now I can't go to work because maybe of an illness. That's when you start looking for a second income. No. If it's like us who do long shifts, you come home exhausted, feeling financially limited, so that you push yourself again to work harder, missing out on the family time, missing out on many milestones. Like me, there was a time I missed on my nephew's wedding in Zimbabwe. I couldn't go, I was still working. I was not due going on leave. But if you've got your own business, you are your own boss, then you can time up and you still take your work with you overseas. That's the beauty of this extra income where you
mm,
do online business, you
mm,
take it with you everywhere you go. So
mm,
that's my reason that you still
mm,
have your job, but you need an extra income because
mm,
it's risky to have one income.
mm, mm,
Mm,
mm.
mm,
Wow.
mm,
Very well
mm.
put. Thank you so much, Barbara. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Um,
Thank
the
you.
question that I will share with you tonight, guys, is why are multiple streams of income important? Why are multiple streams of income important? Um, that is actually, it goes even without any explanation. Why multiple streams of income important? One reason I can think of from the top of my head is particularly during the times that we're actually are in now, especially, worldwide, where there's a lot of looming concerns about recession. All over the world at the moment, we are actually currently going through, a high inflation. What does that mean? High inflation means that your buying power is actually reduced. It is reduced. So, for example, you've got $100. Previously, with $100, you were able to buy, quite a few, items. I remember so well back then, in 2012, when I initially came into the country. $80 could get me a very, very decent grocery in Coles. And I'm talking about just basic commodities. So, I had my sugar, I had my cooking oil, I had my rice, I had my salt, and not looking at expensive brand, even if I'm looking at a Coles brand, it's still, items that I had. I would buy maybe over 80 items, just with $80. It doesn't even have to get up to, $100. But now, over years of time, you have your $100. How many items can you honestly, put in your basket with $100? And on top of that, you're not if you're using, the shop brand. Maybe you can get 10 items. Maybe you can get, if you're lucky, you can get 15 items with just $100, or even less, sometimes even 5 or even 6 items, because the buying power has actually reduced. And what happens in times of inflation is the buying power reduces, but at work the salaries are not being increased at all. You look at the time that we've just passed through, with the energy and petrol prices. They skyrocketed overnight. But did you get more money from your work? You didn't. From that same salary, you're expected to be able to afford the prices at such exorbitant rates. And in such situations, nobody is left out. It is very, very difficult for everyone. It is very, very difficult for everyone. And there comes in, the necessity of trying to have multiple income. A multiple income stream will definitely boost, your financial capacity. So you're not only going to be depending on your salary, but you are also now, at least, you've got a side hustle that you are earning more. So instead of just relying on that $100, you've got another $100 from your side stream, your side income. So now you've got $200. So it will increase your buying power. And remember, this money, you're receiving it at parallel times. So it definitely, 100%, it will help you. No question, no doubt about it. I think this question, we're actually going to be divulging more into it. If you guys want to stay tuned, we have a show that, I'll be here with Coach Erengai, and we are going to be indulging into inflation. We are going to be indulging into concerns, about the looming recession that is upon us, and we're definitely going to, look deeper into these kind of situation, these times that we're in, and how can we lift each other up as diasporians? How can we help each other? How real is this multiple income stream that we have? Well, stay tuned. We'll be coming live on Friday, late afternoon, for this one. But I guess that's what we have for you today. I don't know if Barbara, if there's anything that you'd like to add.
I just want to tell someone, if they've been praying for an extra income, if
Mhm,
they've been asking God for another way of income, if
mhm,
they are tired of depending on one paycheck, this
mhm.
could be worth looking into. We've got
Yeah.
our websites there. Just
Mhm,
tap into it and we'll see
mhm.
you in the inside.
Beautiful, lovely. From me and Barbara, it's a good evening, guys. See you next time.